some of you are getting stuck with how to use a table that looks roughly like this. Okay, so I'm just going to do 3 examples, one given the increase, one given the final percent, and one given the multiplier, and then I'm going to do decrease. So if our original cost is 100%, okay, increase means it's going up. We're adding on 26% because it's increasing. That leaves us with 126%, which is our final percentage. Okay, do you remember how we get from percentage to decimal here? We divide by 100, so 126% divided by 100 is 1.26. So that goes in here. Okay, the next column, so to get from our final percentage to our multiplier, we divide by 100, so 142% divided by 100 is 1.42. So we know our multiplier. And what must I have added to 100 to get to 142? So it's quite clear we added 42 on, but we can do 142%, take away 100%, which gives us 42%. Okay, and the last column, so to go from here to here, we divided by 100. Here to here, we divided by 100. This time I've got to go back up, so I'm going to not divide by 100, I'm going to do the opposite, so I'm going to times by 100. So times by 100 is 196%, which goes in here, 196%. What must I have added to 100 to get to 196? Well, I know I must have added 96%. We could have done 196 take away 100 to give us 96% if we needed to. Okay, so that's how to use that table. It's exactly the same down here, but we're just doing a decrease this time, so we won't be adding. Okay, so our original is 100%. So we've got 100%. This time I'm decreasing, so I'm taking away 42%. Okay, and we've got 58% left. So that's my final percentage. To get from a percentage to a decimal, I divide by 100. So 58% divided by 100 equals 0.58. So that is my decimal multiplier. Okay, 56% down to a decimal. So change colour so it's a bit easier to see. So 56%, we get to a decimal, we divide by 100, which is 0.56. So we know that goes in here. What must I have taken away from 100 to get to 56? So, or what can I add on to 56 to get back to 100? So I'm going to do 100, take away 56, which is 44%. So I know I took away 44% to start with. Okay, and the final column, I've got 0.95. Remember, from here to here we divide by 100, here to here we divide by 100. So if I'm going back up the other way, I'm going to times by 100. So 0.95 times by 100 is 95%. What did I take away from 100 to get to 95? Well, 100 take away 95 is 5%. So I must have taken away 5% to get to 95%.